a Zoom call directly from ISTE in Denver. So we're expecting we're live streaming right now, and we're expecting a video conference call to be coming in with our team over in Denver at ISTE. So they should be coming on shortly. And for those of you who don't know, ISTE is a International Society for Technology Educators, and it's a technology show out there in Denver. And we're going to get a live feed from the show. So we're going to have those guys call in, and we're going to kind of talk about how it all works. So I'm going to just tweet this out, live stream from hashtag ISTE 2016. And I'm going to go ahead and tweet that out so people know what we're doing here. And we're basically just going to be live streaming and pulling them in via a video conference call, which is going to be really nice. So that's going to be fun. We're going to be pulling them in directly from using Zoom video conferencing. So you can see in the background here, I've actually got my Zoom app open. And this is actually really interesting. You know, we're actually not even using a frame grabber to do this. I just have two screens. So on my left screen, I have, in fact, I'm going to take a picture of this and I'll put it on the screen here. And very shortly, we will be joined by Patrick Kirby and Matthew Richards. But basically what I have is on my left-hand screen, I have my Wirecast running. Patrick, how you doing today?
Good. How are you?
I'm great. I'm glad to hear you here. Was hoping you were going to call in and show us a little bit of what it's all going on at ISTE.
Yeah, let me flip my camera around so I can show you the floor in our booth. Yep. Yeah. Yep. Here's the booth. Here's us at ISTE. You know. Yeah. Like this. Yep. There's our booth. You know, we not too many people. There were a lot more people here yesterday, to be honest. Tuesday's a lot slower, but it's still good. You know, we got the huddle tree up and running. We got the two monitors. Got some white cameras. We got the joystick going. You know, showing the pan tilt zoom capabilities. You know, got two cameras hooked up. Got the 30x on top. PTZ optics. You know, got our table. Got some chairs. Big old sign. You know, just kind of looking at the entire trade floor here.
Cool.
How's the video?
That looks great. The video's not too bad. Now, just so everyone who's watching knows, this is actually coming over, you know, Pat's cell phone. And Pat, what kind of service do you have with your cell phone?
It should be LTE, but you know, I'm also in the convention center where there's lots of traffic and lots of you know, definitely lots of interference here. You know.
Yeah, I could imagine that. That would give a lot of interference. Well, hang out with me for a minute. I'm surprised your video wasn't able to flip, and we're only getting horizontal right now. We're using Zoom video conferencing, which is always a good go-to app. I could have sworn that you could. Maybe what iPhone do you have, Pat?
I have the iPhone 6. I also have my orientation lock on. Maybe if I do that now, is that better?
There we go.
So yeah, let me switch back, kind of go over, show our booth again.
Now that looks a lot better.
You know, showing the huddle tree, USB camera, our sign. We actually don't have a neighbor, unfortunately. Or, I don't know, it's not bad. There's no one next to us. So.
You should take that space then. Oh well.
Yeah. Right. But yeah, we just got the, mainly showing off the Huddle tree, the joystick, and some of the controls and some of the easy plug and play capabilities. We have had a lot of people ask us questions. A lot of people looking at doing even things like global education, right? A global classroom, bringing in foreign experts or foreign language teachers, or especially people maybe that are short on teaching resources, having one science teacher kind of remotely teach 5 or 6 classrooms. So that's the stuff we're hearing, kind of how do we video enable some of these classrooms, and how do we do it affordably, and that's what people sounds like they're struggling with here, bringing a global classroom, right? A lot of that video content in via video conferencing, as well as short on teacher resources, right? So if you don't have a subject expert at every school, they try, a lot of municipalities are trying to have one teacher kind of video teach multiple classrooms, 5 classrooms or something like that. So it's good.
Well, that's good to hear. So it sounds like the show's been good. It's a little slow today. So now today's Tuesday. Is the show also open Wednesday as well?
Yeah, the booth is open till I believe it's 2:30 tomorrow.
Well, honestly, Pat, the video is not bad that we're receiving over 4G LTE. Just so everyone can kind of knows what I'm doing over here, I'm actually using one computer, no frame grabber or anything. I'm just using the NDI connection, and it's coming through great.
Great, yeah. I'll have to check it out when I get back.
Cool. Well, thanks for joining us, Pat. That was fun. I got a couple slides I'm going to show everybody, but you don't need to hang on for that. Thanks for joining.
Yeah, thanks, everybody. Take care.
Bye, Pat.
See ya.
Okay, so that was Patrick Kirby from the ISTE show over there, and a couple of things, just since we're already doing all this, that we're showing at ISTE. We're showing the HuddleCam 3X with the HuddlePod Air, which together is only $698. It's a perfect classroom solution because you can use a pan-tilt zoom camera to capture all 4 walls. It can do a full 360. You have some zoom capability, and then the HuddlePod Air is a wireless USB 2 speakerphone that'll work with GoToMeeting, WebEx, or Skype, for example. So looking at that HuddlePod Air in a little more depth here, it's only $299 if you just need a wireless speakerphone. So don't miss that if you're going to ISTE. The other thing is we've got the Canoe Control software, a joystick. We're doing some streaming tutorials over there. So if you're interested in learning about this technology, stop by our booth, 817, over at ISTE. And that's really it, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. We're going to call that a wrap on our just quick little overview. I think it does a good job of showing how you can do a video conference call very quickly and easily. Thanks, Michelle. Michelle's just letting us know that everything looks good. It's amazing. We're actually, I wanted to just very quickly, actually, before we finish, I wanted to show this picture of my computer of how we're pulling this off, because I'm really just using very simplistic. I'm using vMix, actually, as the software I'm using. I said Wirecast by accident. I'm using vMix, and let me show this picture of my computer here. So this is my computer in front of me here. So I've got one laptop on the left running vMix, and then on my right-hand side, you see a picture of me, but that's actually the Zoom video conferencing. Just one computer, but that's my external monitor. So that's my secondary monitor. And you can see I have a little green screen behind me. That secondary monitor we're using a desktop capture on. So when Patrick joined the Zoom video conference call, I was able to take that into this screen, my virtual set here, and oh my gosh, look how big my hand looks when I reach towards the camera. and I was able to bring him into this virtual set. This is just a little classroom here. So I do have the ability to kind of zoom in and do different things with this setup. It's really nice for virtual classrooms. So if you're doing anything, virtually, meeting with students after hours, setting up a webinar, or doing something like that, it's a really nice way to get quick and easy footage. So for example, this screen here, I could switch to, anything I want. That's kind of set up a little different, but let's see. I can make that full screen and hopefully make it look pretty good. So there's a lot of different things you can do, but this is just kind of hopefully opens some eyes, opens some ears to what is possible with live streaming technology today. We're happy to be a resource here at HuddleCamHD for some of these newer technologies. If you're just joining, we are live streaming on YouTube. And I'll really quickly, just to finish this off, I will show, this is YouTube here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to zoom in. So this is my back end of YouTube. Hopefully you guys can see that. And I can even make it larger. So this is where we're live streaming. So this Stream Now tab here, it's completely free to live stream. As you can see, we've got 3 people watching, and we've been streaming for 11 minutes. So I won't stay too long. But basically, what happens here is you get a stream key. So you get a URL and a stream key, and that's your stream key. It's unique. And basically, once you start streaming, you're streaming to your YouTube channel /live. And you can go ahead and share that on Twitter, or Facebook, or Tumblr, all the different spaces. And you can add more different information about streaming information, optional information, and of course we're live now. So just really quickly, I'll show you what that looks like on a YouTube page. So that was the back end. Here's the front end here. As you can see, it's fairly low latency. That's exactly where we are. That is what it looks like there. And for a teacher, now you can live stream an event, stream something you need to live stream, and have the ability to overlay yourself to really make it look, personal, really make it look like something that your classroom is going to feel like, wow, this is something that, so anyway, if you watch from the beginning, we video conference with somebody around the world. I'm here in Philadelphia. They're in Denver. So imagine connecting anybody in the world from one place to the other. We did it all with a computer, a HuddleCam camera, and vMix. And I just have a little lapel mic here, a little microphone. And thanks so much, Michelle. If you want to subscribe to our YouTube channel, we have tons of videos like this that help people out on learning how to do this kind of technology. But the funny thing is, I guess the last thing I'll do really quickly is I am going to turn my green screen off. And I think that's going to be interesting because I want to show what it looks like when none of the technology is working. So this is just me in my cubicle. So I am in a cubicle right now. I've got a lapel. I've got a little microphone, USB microphone here. It's a Bluetooth headset. I have this is like a $100 little green screen that you can pop up and fold away right behind your desk, right behind your chair. And as you saw earlier, and I guess I'll do this one more time, is that what I'm just going to do here is set up my green screen. And all you do is just crop out the areas that you don't need, such as there and there. And then I just turn my color key on. And now, when I go back to my green screen area, it looks as though I'm in a green screen. And this kind of stuff works for all kinds of different applications. I guess I'll show one more. Here's an interesting one where it's a computer lab. So let's go ahead and do that. Right here. And we'll switch to this. So here's a computer lab. There's some little tweaking I would have to do to get this right. So there's just some small things, but overall, as you can see, there's just tons of different applications for this stuff. So I would just put myself there, maybe make myself just a little smaller, so it looks more realistic. And then I can just zoom into myself, so I can have a little presentation going on over there. Now let's say this is my, classroom. This is my computer lab classroom. A lot of different applications, and we have free virtual sets specifically for the education industry. So hopefully this was valuable for everyone. That's really everything we have. We just wanted to Skype in with the folks at ISTE and enjoy a little live streaming fun. So thanks so much for tuning in, everyone, and we're going to call this a day. The interesting thing about YouTube Live is that once you're done streaming, it automatically becomes a recording. So this will be available as a recording as soon as we are done streaming. So I'm going to cut off the live stream now, and we'll see you guys at maybe our next webinar. Every Friday we do webinars. All right, bye everybody.